All right. So yeah, I was saying about the English in Poland in terms of the language. Yeah, it does help with the on the dates. There isn't as much of a trust issue as you described in Ukraine. The girls are a little bit there aren't a lot of, or I don't know if there are really any sex tourists that come to Poland, so the girls are a little bit more open to that. The caveat, of course, is you have to bring more game, more sexual market value to the market than I think you do in Ukraine. In Ukraine, the game is a little bit different, right?
What do you mean by that? When you say bring more, like you gotta like dress better, or like what do you mean?
It's a combination of pretty much anything of your sexual market value. So you either gotta dress better, or your game has to be a little bit tighter, or more aloof asshole, or more playful. You gotta tone down the beta a little bit more.
Because you're saying like the busted dude, the busted dude can't get away with it like he can in Ukraine.
Right, exactly. You can't roll out as much beta provider here in Poland. Obviously, it's not like the West where, if you show any sign of beta provider, you'll get shot down. But it's not like in Ukraine where, the busted dude can make up for his shortcomings.
Yeah. Now, here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
Has Poland made you a better dresser? Because Ukraine has definitely made me up my fashion game a bit.
Yeah. Has it made me a better dresser? I can't say it really changed me because I had already upped my dress game in the West to try and overcome that small obstacle. So my dress game was already had already improved. So I can't say.
It's interesting because the first time I met you was at Hidropark, I believe.
Right.
And that same day, or maybe it was.
I think it was that day.
A couple days after, we also ran into Ligurian there.
Yeah. It was that day. I remember it.
Both kind of into the fitness thing. How's your fitness going?
The fitness is going good. Yeah. I think I'm probably 10 pounds heavier, a combination of fat and muscle. So actually, I'm cutting so I can strip some of that because you get kind of a doughy appearance when you bulk. So you gotta strip the fat.
What are you doing to cut?
Oh, just the usual. I tried the steak and eggs diet, which I found on Victor Pride's website, Bold and Determined. I tried that for I think 2 months. The idea is all you do is eat steak and eggs and you only have 2 meals a day, as many steak, eggs, and butter as you want.
You're doing ketosis type thing?
So yeah, it was ketogenic. And then on the 6th day, you get to cheat and eat whatever you want. I did that for 2 months. Didn't really work out for me, so I went back to the more traditional cutting where you put in, you basically get MyFitnessPal, enter all the date info, and then it tells you, okay, you eat this many calories. The catch this time is I found another website called eatthismuch.com, which allowed me to actually find recipes that fit the calorie and the macro profile that I wanted. Because the hardest thing about standard diet or the usual bodybuilding diet is you have these certain amount of calories you want to eat, and then you have these certain eat this many carbs, eat this much fat, eat this much protein, and then you're trying to piece together this meal that actually fits all that. And this great website was great for actually just finding it for you instead of you having to constantly, trial and error on your.
Do you have a food scale?
Yeah, I do have a food scale.
Oh wow, you're counting calories and weighing food and everything.
Yep. You just got to do it. It's the way, at least to take it to the next level. My initial gains, I didn't have the food scale. But now, I guess if you want to take it to the next level, you gotta get the food scale. And my guess is, if you want to take it to even further heights, you got to do more crazy things. I'm sure all all the buff guys at the gym, they're probably all on. And I remember talking to a guy in the U.S. about this who was a personal trainer. It was like most of the guys you see in the gym who are really ripped, they're on like all sorts of supplements. You know, it's very so when you see a guy who's pretty buff, he's paying at least a bit of money for it.
Yeah, he made an investment probably. It's interesting because I'm trying to cut some fat right now too, and I tried a couple different things and it just wasn't working for me. And I knew that like I didn't have the willpower to take it serious and to buy like a food scale and to do all the cooking at home. But I did find one thing that I'm 2 months into it now, and it's working really well for me. And that is it's actually 2 diets in one.
Oh.
The first diet is just standard caloric deficit. So you hit your deficit calories. And the second one, which is the crucial, is the intermittent fast. And that is where I don't eat breakfast. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's working really well for me. What I do, I wake up in the morning, I drink only black coffee, and then I drink water with gas or carbonated water until lunch. And I do that, and it's great because basically the science is when you sleep, your body releases a fat-burning hormone, and when you wake up and eat breakfast, that switches the fat-burning hormone off, and you want to keep it on. And so if you don't eat and you wait until lunch, it'll stay on. So the reason why you drink the black coffee is because it does 3 things. Number 1, it wakes you up. Number 2, it takes away your appetite.
Right.
And number 3, it helps to keep the fat burning hormone active. So you do that, and then you drink the water with gas, and the carbonation helps keep you full along with the water until lunch. And it's working really well for me. It makes it very easy to hit my caloric deficit. The reason I didn't think I could go without eating breakfast, but it's working for me because I teach in the evenings. And when I get off work at 10 p.m., it's like I'm starving hungry, and I love to eat before bed. So I come home, I eat a big dinner, and then I'll go to sleep an hour later. And everybody says you should never do that. Right. But I don't have to change that now because I've skipped breakfast and I'm still hitting the deficit by the time I finish dinner, and it's working for me. Like you say, different strokes for different folks. But this one, it's like the first thing that's kind of really works for me, where I don't have to be on top of it 24/7 with like a food scale and counting calories. It's kind of it's kind of casual for me now.
Nice. Yeah. It's good. It's good that people try things. And I've heard about intermittent fasting, and it's been something that's interested me, but I haven't really tried it yet because I'm one of those guys who grew up with the 3 squares a day. And even when I was during one point in my life, I was even doing 5 mini meals. So the idea of going without food is something that, I guess hasn't really crossed my mind yet.
I was asking you earlier about fashion too, and one thing that's been opened to my eyes about Ukraine is that there's a difference between dressing nice and looking good in clothes, like looking good in what you wear. And I found that when you combine the fitness with the fashion, oh god, the response is so much different rather than just going out, maybe looking a little puffy, but wearing nice clothes, as opposed to a thin, chiseled physique, and you couple that with good fashion sense. Right. Completely different. So much more receptivity on their end.
Right. Yeah. If you have the fitness, and then you've also got the clothes aren't necessarily, they don't have to be the most expensive things in the world, but but if they fit well, the colors are on target, that combination really goes a lot further than just blowing your money on, an Armani suit that doesn't fit you.
Yeah, it feels like the difference between you're either the clothes are wearing you or you're wearing the clothes, and I find that with when you add in the fitness factor and you got a nice physique going, you're definitely wearing the clothes, and the clothes are like the extension of you, right? Rather than I'm out and about and this is my fashion, and it's like you're like the clothes are wearing you almost instead of you wearing the clothes.
Right. Exactly. It's almost like you see, like, now sometimes when I see guys even here in Poland, and I certainly saw them in the U.S. guys who are wearing suits that don't really fit them. It's like that's a pretty nice suit, but
yeah, it's nice. It costs a lot of money. Too bad he didn't have it tailored.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't fit him. It kind of looks like he's wearing his dad's suit. That kind of look. The kid in his dad's suit look. It's like, yeah, sorry, man. That doesn't really work out. Let's see